Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, I'm going to show you the Google Calendar trigger events. So for this, we are going to create 4 to 5 events and I'm going to show you the instant response I'm capturing from the Google Calendar, which you can use for the workflow. Now here, I'm going to create a calendar in my Google Calendar and I'm on the workflow page. So you can land towards this page from the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. You have to create a new workflow, after which this trigger box will appear in front of you. Trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Now here in this workflow, I'm going to create a calendar first. So I'm going to click on this add trigger, and in my trigger application, I'm going to search for Google Calendar. So here I'm going to select this. And in the trigger event, we have all these events. We are going to check all of these events one by one. Here we have calendar event created, calendar event updated, calendar event cancelled or deleted. Then we have calendar created, calendar deleted. Now I'm going to select this calendar created and then click on this connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, then click on this sign in with Google. Choose your Google account with which you have logged in your Google Calendar. And after choosing that account, you have to grant away the permission, for which you have to click on this allow, and you will see Google Calendar will be connected to Pabbly Connect. Here it is, connection created successfully. So I'm going to simply click on save and send test request, and you will see that this is my Google Calendar. As soon as I create a new calendar, I'm going to get the response in my workflow. But before that, I'm going to get a default response, which will be response A. Let's click on save and send test request. You will see it will change to waiting for webhook response. And as I receive the default response or the response from Google Calendar, we can say that the connection between Google Calendar and this workflow is connected. So here, let's wait for the response, and then I'm going to recapture the response and then create a calendar. Here in this blue box, we can see that we are going to get 3 responses: Google change notification, Google sync ping, and the processed event data. This will be the real data which we are going to get, and we are going to automate our workflow on this. We have to ignore the rest of the default response we are going to get from the Google Calendar. Now here, as I click on save and send test request, and we have captured the response, as I said that we are going to get the default response from Google Calendar, which means the Google Calendar is sync. So here we have received the response. Now we have to make sure that we ignore this response, and then we have to click on this recapture webhook response. Let's click on this, and do you wish to recapture the response? I'm going to click on this yes. You will see again it will change to waiting for webhook response. Now I'm going to open my Google Calendar, and here I'm going to create a new calendar. So over here on the left hand side, we have this option of add other calendars. I'm going to go towards the create new calendar, and here I'm going to create a new calendar. So I'm going to name this as new calendar 2026, and then in the description I'm going to add the new calendar has been created. Now as I have added these details, I'm simply going to click on this create calendar, and the calendar creation is in progress. Let's wait till the calendar is created. And here it is, new calendar 2026 has been created successfully. Let me open my workflow, and you see that over here I have captured multiple responses. Now here I have to go towards the response B. Let's check what response I have received. You are going to get multiple responses for each of these events. Here you have to set the response, and based on that response you are going to automate your workflow. So here if I check this response B, I have received these details where I have the calendar title and the description. Then I have also received this ID. So I have the complete details of this calendar which is created. If I go towards this response D, over here we can see that we have not received any details. So if I scroll further, you can see that in this response we have not received the details. So we have to simply ignore this response. So here, as I have received the details, let's suppose I want to add this to Slack. I'm going to click on this add new action step, and in the action application I'm going to search for Slack. In the action event, I'm going to select send channel message and then click on connect. So if you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, then click on this connect with Slack. Reading this help desk, you have to enter the token type as either user or bot. I'm going to enter user, then click on the save, and then I've already logged in my Slack, so I'm going to simply grant away the permission and create this connection. So I'm going to allow this. You will see Slack will be connected to Pabbly Connect. So here the connection is created successfully. Now I'm going to enter the channel ID. If I open my Slack, here I have created this channel by the name calendar created. So I'm going to search for that space, which is this calendar created, and then I'm going to enter the message, hello team, the calendar is created. And then I'm going to map the calendar ID which I have received, which is this one, then the title of the calendar, which was this one, and then I'm going to enter the description, which was this one. Now over here I have mapped the details. If you are an existing user, you already know about mapping, but if you are a new user, here you have to map the details to keep the field dynamic. If you manually enter it, the field will become static, and every time you receive a new response, the result will not change. I'm not going to enter anything for now. I'm going to simply save and send this and send the details to my Slack channel. So here we have received the details. Hello team, this calendar is created. We have the calendar ID, new calendar 2026 was the name, and this was the description. Now if I create another calendar, let's check this once whether it is working fine or not. And if I create a new calendar and if I receive the response, or if I receive any message on this channel, this is going to show us the workflow is properly executing. I'm going to go towards this other calendar, create new calendar, then I'm going to create a new calendar. Let's name this as Slack calendar, and I'm going to write, I'm testing this workflow. And now I'm going to click on this create calendar. Let's wait till the calendar is created. And here it is, the calendar has been created. Let's check whether we have received any message or not. And here it is, we have received the message. So over here you can see that while we created the workflow and executed this, we have received this response. And just now we have created a new calendar by the name Slack calendar. I am testing this workflow. I have received the calendar ID, title, and the description. So this is working properly fine. Now I'm going to move towards the next event. Let's suppose I want to create a new event. So I'm going to open this workflow which I have already created. Now in this workflow, the same steps were followed. I have selected the calendar here first. In the calendar, I am creating the event. So if I scroll down over here, you can see that I have captured all these response, but we have to recapture the response only just one time, and there we are going to get the response. You simply have to first save and send this, after which you are going to get a default response. You have to ignore that. You have to recapture the response, and then you have to create a new event, and then you are going to get multiple responses, after which you have to select the response which has all the details of the event which you have created, and then connect that to the other application. Now here I'm going to click on this recapture webhook response, and do you wish to recapture the response? I'm going to click on this yes. Here it says waiting for webhook response. Now I'm going to create an event in my Google Calendar. I will go back, and here let's suppose I want to create an event on June 18. So here I'm going to write workflow success. This is the event. In the description, I'm going to write the workflow is operating. I'm going to save this. The event has been created. Workflow success is the name of the event. Now I'm going to open the workflow and check whether I have received any response or not. And here it is, we have received the response. So if I scroll down over here, you can see that I have not received any details. So we have received the multiple responses. I'm going to check all of the response where I have received the response, where I have received the details of the event. So here in the I response, I have not received any detail. You have to ignore this initial sync ping from Google. This is not the response. Let's go towards J response. So here also we have not received the response. Let's go towards this G response. So over here also we cannot find the response, and this is the last response F, and here it is, we have received the response in response F. Now we are going to set this workflow. We can see the status is confirmed. If I scroll further, we have the date of the creation of this event, then we have the workflow summary or the event summary. Workflow success was the name of this event. Then we have the description as the workflow is operating. This was the description which we added with the rest of the details. So here we have received the response, and now I'm going to connect this to Google Sheets. So I have already selected the spreadsheet. This is the spreadsheet which I have created. I'm going to remove this for now, and then I'm going to map the ID. So I'm going to go towards the response. This is the ID and the event is this workflow success. I'm just for the example giving you the details like how you can operate the workflow and how you can add the details. You can add anything according to the requirement. This was the event workflow success. I'm going to save and send this. And here we have received the response. Let's open the spreadsheet and we have added the details, the ID with the event, which is workflow success. So here we are done understanding how to create calendar event, how to get the response whenever the calendar is created and whenever the event is created on Google Calendar. Now let's move on towards the next step. Here we have another event which is calendar updated. So here also what you have to do, you have to select the trigger application as Google Calendar. You have to select the calendar, after which you have to simply click on save and send test request. You are again going to get the default response and then you have to click on this recapture webhook response, after which again it will show waiting for webhook response, and as you update the event in the calendar you are going to get the response. Now here I have captured some response when I have created this workflow. I'm going to do this again in front of you. So I'm going to click on this recapture webhook response. Do you wish to recapture the response? I'm going to click on this yes, and here it says waiting for webhook response. So now I'm going to open my Google Calendar and here let's suppose I want to update the same event. So in this workflow success I'm going to edit and then I'm going to write updated, and in the description I'm going to add we have updated the event, and then I'm going to save this. So we have successfully updated the event. I should receive the response for the same in my workflow. I'm going to open this workflow. Let's wait for the webhook response. And here it is, we have received the response. So I'm going to check all of these response which I have captured. Let's check response G. In the response G, I have captured this initial sync ping. So I'm going to ignore this. Then we have this F response. I have not captured any response. I'm going to go towards this E response. Here in the E response also I have not captured the details. I'm going to go towards the D response. And here in the D response, I have captured the details. The action was updated and this particular event, the ID of the event is given, that has been updated and the status is confirmed. We have captured the date, time, the workflow summary, which is the title, and the description. We have updated the event and this was the title. So now you have received the response and you have to set this particular response for the rest of the automation of this workflow. So you can connect this with another application. Let's suppose I'm going to take here as Slack. The event has been updated. The details are already here and I'm going to click on save and send test request. You will see that I'm going to get the response. If I open the channel which I've created on event updated, here hello team, the event has been updated, workflow success updated. You can see that as soon as we have executed this workflow, we have captured the response on the Slack channel. So this is how it is going to work. We have created the event, we have created the calendar, we have updated the event. Now we have the event deletion and the calendar deletion. I'm going to open the workflow which I have created. So I'm going to come back on this towards the end of the video. I'm going to open this calendar deleted. Over here I have this box where I have to add the trigger. So now we are going to add the trigger as Google Calendar. So I'm going to repeat the entire process. Then I'm going to select the event. This time the event will be calendar deleted. Then I'm going to click on this connect. I have already an existing connection. I'm going to save this. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request and you will see I'm going to get a default response. We are going to wait for the response and then we are going to delete the calendar, and after that we are going to capture the response here. Here we have captured the response A just 9 seconds ago. Now this means the Google Calendar is connected. Now I'm going to delete a calendar from my Google Calendar and I'm going to get the response. For that, what we have to do, we have to click on this recapture webhook response, and here again we can see this waiting for the webhook response. Now let's suppose I want to delete this Slack calendar. So I'm going to go towards the settings and sharing and then I'm going to delete this. Permanently delete this calendar, and the calendar has been deleted. Let me open my workflow. So here we have captured the response. We have the response B, C, D, E. Here we have captured the response. The calendar has been deleted and this is the initial sync ping. So we have to ignore this response. If I open the other response, we can see that we have the response in response C. So here we have the calendar ID, we have the calendar E tag, we have the action which is deleted. So we have captured the response in response C, and on this response only the workflow will be set to automate. So here you can build a connection with another application like Slack or Google Sheet or any other thing according to the requirement, like we have done with the rest of the workflows. So the last trigger event which is left is this event deleted. Same goes for this event deleted. You have to select Google Calendar, you have to select the event, and then you're going to get a default response. Then you have to recapture the response, delete the event, and then you are going to get multiple response, after which you have to select the response and then automate the entire workflow and integrate this with other application. Now I'm going to skip this part because we have already done this 4-5 times. I'm going to open this calendar created, and here I'm going to show you one step how you are going to check your responses. So as I've told you earlier, here we have this box where it is written that we have to take this particular response which we are going to receive in the workflow processed event data. If I open the response here, I have this data. Now I have this contain status. I'm going to copy this webhook processed, and I'm going to go towards the history of this particular workflow. So this workflow is of calendar created. I'm going to open the history in a new tab, and this is how the workflow has run. If I open the task history over here, you will find the ID. So this is where the workflow run. Now over here, I'm going to click on this filter applied, and you can see this task date. So I'm going to enter task date. I'm going to paste what I have copied, and I'm going to click on this apply filter. Here you will find all the response of Google change notification. Then I'm going to select the sync ping ignored. I'm going to click on this filter applied, change this data, apply the filter, and then I have the sync ping ignored data. Now over here, if I remove the filter, here you can see the 2 steps workflow. I'm going to open this, and we have the ID of the calendar created. So this was the real data. So I hope this is clear to you. This is how we have captured the instant response of all the events provided in the trigger events of Google Calendar. If you have any doubts, you can comment down this video below, and we will try to resolve it as soon as possible. You can stay tuned to our channel for learning more such interesting automation. And I hope you liked this video and understood this video very well. Please drop your doubts in the comments below if you have any. Thanks for watching.
Not only this automation, you can create multiple such automation using Pabbly Connect. Now if you want to know the different plans which Pabbly provide, you can check out the link given over here. If you have any queries, you can mail us at sales@pabbly.com, and if you have any issues, you can comment down this video below, and we will try to resolve it as soon as possible. You can subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching.